Yo, guys, we're gonna be trying something new with this one.
This
It's
one's
gonna
just
be
gonna
more
be
just me and him conversing. You know what I
just
mean?
chatting, just like Twitch. If you know that tab where you should just chat and people are talking. Also, I said but that's besides the point. Also, we are later on. It's a plan that we're gonna start live streaming, so keep an eye for that. In case you see us live streaming, click on it because it's basically what you're gonna expect. So we're just gonna give you pretty much a demo. But what were you saying earlier before you started recording? Animals.
So one thing that I was thinking about was we're gonna like Google top 10 matchups between animals and sort of me and him discuss about who do we think would win and why they would win. So Google it on your phone real quick.
Okay.
I'll keep chat entertained. Okay, guys. Today we're.
What am I looking up?
Nah, I'm trolling. Top 10
You
best.
said
Oh my god! Give me the phone. Give me it. Top 10 best animal matchups. And that should. I assume they know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so epic animal matchups: cougar versus wolf, gorilla versus leopard.
Wait! Cougar versus wolf. Who do you think wins?
A wolf.
I would assume a wolf wins because it's like a dog versus a cat.
All right.
The only thing I'll tell you is that I'm pretty sure cougars are big. Like cougars, I think.
Yeah, but wolves moves in like is it?
Oh,
Like is
it a 1v1?
If it's a
Are
1v1,
we doing
I'll
1v?
say if it's a 1v1,
It
I'll say
depends,
the
but I don't
cougar
even
might.
know if cougars are really big like that. I might be jacking it. Put cougar weight.
Oh no, a cougar's winning. A cougar's winning. I'm
Just
sorry.
we just looked at the pictures.
No,
of the cougar.
1v1. No, that thing looks like a
Yeah.
lion.
Also, cats in general, they're like professional killers. Like big cats, even like the little.
Yeah, even in Minecraft, they make the creepers go away.
And that's a monster.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
But so we're gonna pick cougar.
All right. The next.
All
one
you
is-
animal experts, don't get on us, all right? I don't give a damn if we're wrong. We just guessing, all right?
Shout out to Ollie. That's my boy.
Oliver.
That's my boy. Those of you in the family know who Ollie is. That's the animal goat. All
Street
right.
legend.
All right. The next one's gorilla versus leopard.
I'm picking gorilla.
Yeah, gorilla's destroying that leopard.
Yeah, the gorilla. The thing about the gorilla is that its arms are more like our arms,
What did
so they're
Ollie say?
functional arms.
Wasn't the
Like,
gorilla's like 500 pounds? Ollie said, or something like, or is it like 1,000?
No, that's a silverback though. Silverback are like the biggest.
Well, they just said
gorillas.
gorilla. They didn't say what gorilla.
That's what I'm saying.
So it could be a silverback, which I'm gonna go with the
No.
strongest one.
That wouldn't make sense because silverbacks rival grizzly bears.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah,
Okay, we're just gonna go with the default.
Yeah, we're gonna go with a default
All right,
gorilla.
the next one is
I'm picking
lion.
gorilla though
I pick
because
gorilla too.
it'd be over.
The
Can't
next
get
one
close.
is
We
lion
pause.
versus tiger. I would say that's kind of a hard one. I feel like a tiger's fast. I feel like just fast. You know what I mean? But I feel like
So this is one that I do have a little bit of knowledge on. Actually, from Ollie, he dropped this knowledge on me.
oh no, I feel
So
like a
he had a
tiger's winning.
book. He had a book that was similar to this, and in that book, a lion and a tiger fight, and the lion ends up winning because the tiger can't kill it because of the mane.
Oh.
You remember when he told us about that?
No, I don't. I'm just saying, like, I understand. That
yeah.
makes sense.
But like, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty even matchup. But like, the lion just has that extra layer of protection. So, GG's. It's got the extra armor.
All right, the next one is a honey badger versus a hyena.
Ooh, I've heard honey badgers are like badass animals. Like they're small, but you don't understand. Like they got that dog in them for real. No, you see it. It also, I'm pretty sure that the lighter portion of its back, I'm pretty sure is like extra tough. Like I don't know who wins that.
That's a honey badger, by the way, in case y'all don't know, whatever that ugly ass thing is.
Them motherfuckers. All I know is that honey badgers fear nothing. Know that. They will take that fight at 1v1. But I don't know who wins that, to be honest with you. I don't have enough information on either. Next one.
Well, I want to look at the hyena really quick.
Well, I mean, the hyena's going to be bigger, but you don't understand. The honey badger got that dog in it.
All right, well, I choose a hyena, all right? Just based off the Lion King knowledge that I have, a hyena versus a lion, They almost won at one point. All
Yeah,
right,
but they were jumping him.
Well, yeah, they didn't. They're not saying if they're getting. Well, we're talking about 1v1s, and yeah.
That's what we said we were talking
Okay,
about.
but the versus a honey badger, the hyena's winning.
You don't know that.
I say it's gonna win.
Drop
in the comments for each of these which one you think is gonna win and whose side are you on? Are you on Dan's side or are you on Tom's side?
I'm gonna just let y'all know the honey badger got that dog in him.
This next one is kind of interesting. A Tasmanian devil versus. Hold on, wait. This one just said Tasmanian devil versus Wolverine. I don't think Wolverine's an animal.
Yes, it is.
Like Wolverine from X-Men.
No, like there's an animal that's a Wolverine.
Nah, am I just discovering this?
Put animal Wolverine or Wolverine animal.
I spelled that wrong. Don't worry about it. No.
And what is it fighting?
It's fighting a Tasmanian devil.
Tasmanian devil is also from Looney Tunes. Remember that? Dude was spinning.
I think the Tasmanian devil. Okay, yeah, no. The Wolverine wins off bat. The Wolverine is just bigger. Tasmanian devil just looks like a little rat. Now, in Looney Tunes, he'll beat everyone in one. All right, that man can turn into a tornado. If you can turn into a tornado, you win by default.
Facts, bars.
All right, which one do you pick?
I'd have to go. I don't know much about him, but I'd pick the Wolverine.
Yeah, all right. The next one is a crocodile versus hippo. The hippo's destroying the crocodile. Have hippos look innocent? Nah. They will bite you in half. They will eat you.
They don't even bite you in half. What they do is they bite you, and the sheer pressure from it will crush whatever's in there, and then they thrash you.
Oh, my God.
So they
all right. The next one, so we both said hippo. The next one is anaconda versus a jaguar.
Depending on the size of the anaconda, because anaconda, you give me a 12, 13-foot anaconda, the jaguar ain't winning, right? You said jaguar?
Yeah, it was an anaconda versus a jaguar.
Now, you give me a 3, 4-foot anaconda, I might have to pick the jaguar solely because it has a level of mobility that the snake doesn't.
What the hell? I search up jaguar, it just pops up with bodybuilders.
Jaguar animal. Oh, yeah, I might just pick the jaguar either way.
Jaguar wins, yeah. I say jaguar as well. All right, the next one is... The last one, actually, is a great white versus a killer whale.
Great white versus a... I'm picking the killer whale.
I'm picking the... Whales are humongous. Explain about that really quick. What?
Explain what?
Explain that a whale is like 10 times bigger.
No, that's not even the point. That's not even the point. Killer whale.
We'll keep talking to the viewers.
Okay. I will. For example, a shark, all it knows is eat, blood, smell blood, go to there, eat, keep it swimming, sleep, eat. Killer whales are very smart animals. Very smart animals. Now, maybe toe for toe, I mean, maybe the great white has better abilities, but I'm sorry, the killer whale, with that knowledge, those things, they know how to stun a shark. They know how to flip the shark so that it becomes like a, I don't know what you would call it. I'm not a marine biologist, guys. I'm sorry. But like if you flip a shark a certain way, it basically goes into like a trance type mode. The killer whale is just, they're too smart. I have to give it to the killer whale. Like killer whales are legit. I mean, I know some people had to have seen about, I think it was by Alaska, may have been more towards Antarctica. I'm not exactly sure, but killer whales were there and these boats were using fishing nets. Well, packs of killer whales were literally hunting down the fishing boats. Like, come on now, man. They knew what was doing it to them, and they said, we getting y'all out of here. There's videos of this killer whale just chasing them. And they're just... Animals in the water, to me, it's just insane. Killer whale can probably swim 50 miles an hour. I don't think people realize how hard that is.
Yeah, I say Oh, man, that killer whale all day, all
Killer
day.
whale, it just got the knowledge.
But
Knowledge is power.
Jumping into some more, I'm gonna ask some good Q&A questions. By the way, drop some Q&A questions.
Yeah, guys.
So that we can
Drop
ask
comments
them during the live stream, which will come soon. But keep notifications and subscribe so you can keep those notifications on so you can see when we go live.
And like I said, check socials, y'all. We posting.
Check our socials.
We're going to be active in
Look
October.
in the description for the socials for TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, which is X now.
X.
But time to ask some Q&A questions off the internet. Who is your hero? Like, who is your hero? Like, is it your dad, your mom? Like, who do you look up to? Is it a figure?
My hero is Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, state reasons why it's Abraham Lincoln.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, why don't I rephrase it? Instead of who is your hero, who is your superhero that you could be? Like, what superpowers would you have? And what would your superhero name be?
I'm not doing a superhero name.
Okay, then don't do superhero name. I know my name. Keep going. Go.
Motherfuckers say Dan the Man.
Nah.
Like a L-Man's. But superpowers, so how many superpowers are we getting?
You can get
Can
three.
Three? Can we use them in cohesiveness?
Like together?
Meaning, like, if I get
fire
and wind, can I make my fire twice as big? Well, I'm just like,
okay, why don't we just yeah, okay,
push
fine.
wind and
Fine. I'll save the one I was just
okay, I mean, I'm not gonna use that one, but so honestly, if I'm being real, it would have to be one like superhuman capabilities.
Like super strength?
Yeah, not super strength, but
super hearing or something?
No, like
super eyesight, like
no, like you're basically like Superman. His body is so like enhanced, like he can hear things from miles away.
Oh, so you just want superhuman
like capabilities, yeah, superhuman capabilities, and then I have to choose flying, y'all.
Flying, you get a third one.
I know. I'm just saying I have to put flying. If you don't pick flying, unless you pick a different form of transportation, like teleporting or something like that, but I have to choose flying because I feel like flying. I'm sorry, that would be insane. Imagine flying through the clouds. That would be dope.
That'd be pretty dope. Mine.
No, I have a third one. I have a third one.
Yeah, you have a third
one. And then, so I'm a superhuman that can fly. And then, other than brute strength, what other weapon ability would I choose? I mean, I'm gonna have to go with like Spider-Man type shit. You know, like.
So you want web slinging?
Nah, I don't want web slinging if I can fly. Imagine I just fly at you, web sling.
And then just choose like fire or something. Right?
No, I'm not going basic. It's gonna be a legendary superhero.
I already have my setup already.
Okay, go.
All right, mine. I would choose lightning and water control. So basically, I can just mix those two together. You're dead. You're a toaster at that point. Like you're toast, literally. You're toast.
He thinks he's Kakashi
Hatake. And then my third one would be the Flash's speed.
Oh, okay.
So that I can be fast and I can go to point A. I can travel the whole world instantly, which you can. Like if you ask for Superman's flying, he's fast. Like he's fast enough to keep up with the Flash, so everything would seem slow to you. But for me, I'd rather just have Flash's super speed instead of flying because like, why do that when you're so fast? Like, bro, before an airplane takes off, I can take everyone out the airplane, hop in it, and just start flying it.
I can catch the airplane.
And then before
I have superhuman
and before it's the ground, I can be like Minecraft and just water. I can bring up the water from the ocean and just catch me. Or
I can just place it on the ground.
What?
The plane. I have superhuman capabilities.
That's true.
I have super strength.
So
I would just.
So basically, wait. What was your superpower?
My last one.
No. What's your two that you said?
Superhuman capabilities and flying.
So you're Superman.
No,
you're Superman without the lasers.
Okay, how about this then? To add in some spice, I'm gonna have thunder as my form of attack.
I just said.
No, you said lightning. I deafen motherfuckers.
So you just gonna deaf random people out there?
And just it's like as if
So
a
you
lightning
wanna-
bolt rock right
so-
by your ear.
So what you
Head
want?
gone.
You want the ability to make people suffer.
Supersonic booms.
You want to
in my
ruin
head.
people's lives.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right.
Supersonic booms, but with sound.
All right.
You know, just like boom, boom.
The next one is
With
if you
superhuman
could-
strength,
if
that'd be
you-
crazy.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? What country? Any place?
So honestly, one thing I've been thinking about that's kind of been making me jealous, while I know North America, Central America, and South America are all connected, I feel like living in Eastern Europe and Asia and the Russia area, all that would just be so fucking dope. Like you could theoretically drive from, like, I'm pretty, like, theoretically, guys, now I don't want to offend it, but like you could drive from like Pakistan to Hong Kong, no? Because they're on the same continent. It's just not the same continent, the same mass of land. They're just separated into continents and then countries and then.
I barely passed world history. I'm kind of lost.
But so I'd say somewhere in Eastern Europe. I've seen quite a few places. Shout out to I don't want to call them gurus, but these people who are super famous. Like, I'd love to live in like a place like Romania or Dubai or Switzerland.
He's talking about Andrew Tate.
No, Switzerland isn't Andrew
I'm
Tate.
talking about Romania.
Romania is Andrew Tate, yes. Hey, boy.
For me, my place where I would live, honestly, I'm a very tech savvy person. I love technology. And I also love, if you guys know what this is, anime. I would go honestly to Japan just because if you go anywhere in Japan, literally all of it is just technology based everything. You go to a restaurant, there's a robot that comes to you and it'll ask you how many people, and then you just type in on there how many people and it'll take you to a table and it'll set you down. And then it'll come back with your food because you can order it on a tablet. I would love to live in that. Also, I've always just been interested in Japan and Japanese culture even before anime. I thought it was pretty interesting, especially
Samurais.
learning it in school. Like, what little kid doesn't want to be a samurai? Like, that's dope.
Or
All right, there used to be a show called Samurai Jack.
write it down.
Samurai Jack used to be a good show. But I would live there just because mainly the scenery too. Like, there's some mountains, like it's really nice. And during the spring, the pink blossom trees, they come out. Plus, since I love anime and I'm a little nerd, it's perfect because I get everything that I want, the good scenery. I get the Japanese history. And I get to go to like visit all over Japan. And I love anime, and they're literally, you go there, that's all you see, anime left and right. And because I'm in Japan, I get the first episode before anyone else to watch.
Only thing I would say, it'd be tough to live there long term.
Why?
Because Japanese people they keep Japan's culture within Japan. You know what I mean? Like, Japanese people in Japan. I'm not talking about in America, or if you met a Japanese lady in I don't know,
Taiwan.
in Germany, obviously she might have different ideologies than someone who's lived in Japan their whole life. But I'm pretty sure they keep it like Japanese people marry Japanese people, which I respect.
There's a majority of people from,
But
all
I
over
know
the
people
world.
do go out there and
They either tour, they
you
visit
find
there,
love, baby girl. Sorry.
or they live over there. There's some famous people that actually live over there. I'm trying to think of. Doesn't PewDiePie live in Japan?
I don't know.
But I know that
But PewDiePie.
for me, living in Japan, it would be nice. I wouldn't live there permanently because I would want to go. If I had the money to move to Japan, I'd clearly have the money to move to other countries.
Yeah, I would definitely love to
I would
live in
live in
Japan for
Japan.
like 3-6 months, maybe even a year.
No, I would live there maximum 5 years just to get the full experience.
5 years.
Yeah. I
You don't think you
living
can
in
get the
Japan.
full experience of Japan in a year?
Yeah, but I'm saying I want to like be able to make that.
Like,
like,
you want to be able to speak Japanese type shit to a certain extent. Because that's
Well, of
what
course,
five.
that's
I
what
feel
you
like
need.
if you put me in Japan for 5 years, I would at least learn basic lingo.
No, I would. While the first
I
year,
don't
the
know.
first year while I'm there,
You
I
start
would
busting it out.
I would start learning Japanese just because I don't want to have a translator with me for 5 years. You know, I don't want some random dude with me for 5 years. I guess after 5 years he's not random, but I'll never see him again after I leave. So he's a stranger still. But I don't want someone doing that for me. I want to be able to go to the store and be able to go buy my groceries without some guy standing next to me. That's for more the tourists where they're there for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, or even a month. There's
Yeah,
people-
a month, but you can't experience a country in a month.
I know.
3 to 6 months, a year max. For me, obviously, he said 5 years.
For me, I would go 5 years just because I've been so.
Half a decade, my boy.
But if I did go for that long, it really depends on what I would experience. Because I know there are people have good experience and people have like, I guess not bad experiences, but they
You can
love
have bad experiences in countries.
Well, yeah, I'm
it
just
happen.
saying-
It can happen in America.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
You
they
get a
go
shitty
there,
dinner.
They go
You
there.
get food poisoning, and you're only there for a week, and you have food poisoning for 4 or 5 days. That's ass, and that's not the country's. It's not the
But
country's fault.
I'm saying in Japan, people go there and they say things like how I just said, "Oh, the anime and all this is so dope." They say the anime is cool and on, you get that experience, but they say that it's not as what you seem, as what you envision of, like, especially in anime, everything's really bright colored and they make it like happy, yo. And in Japan, like when foreigners go
So
there.
you think you're going to Japan and it's just gonna be an anime?
No, I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking.
That's what it sounds like.
No, because
That's
I've
what it
seen.
sounds like,
Because
you
if I'm talking about going to Japan, I've done my research on like people going
Oh,
to
yeah,
Japan.
I know.
I watch YouTubers that live in Japan, that live stream in Japan, and the main issue for them is that and they're British in Japan, the main issue with them, and there's like Americans that live there as well, but the main issue is that, like Tom was saying earlier, they like keeping everything Japanese only, so they're very strict, and so when they do see a foreigner, you know, you're obviously gonna get either scammed, you're gonna get, you know, after being there
At least attempted.
yeah, scammed. You're gonna get all of that when you're inside of a you have to follow some Japanese customs. Like one of them is taking your shoes off when you walk in someone's house, or in the subway, like the train station.
If they let you in.
You're not allowed to speak at all. You're not allowed to take a phone call on there, else everyone's gonna look at you weird. And you're gonna look like an outsider, which already based off your appearance, you're gonna look like an outsider. But that's really it, because I don't want to go too deep into with this question. I want to talk about another one.
Alright,
The
but
next
this probably is going to be the last one for the band, but let's see what it is.
We're going to do two more because I found two that are interesting. Okay, what is your biggest fear? One
My
of your
biggest fear.
Like to top it all.
Okay. I can get deep.
Go for it.
Uh,
With just one thing that really is like...
so my biggest fear, solely because I've felt it a little bit. I felt a taste of it, a tiny taste of it, where I sort of, not threw away, but in my opinion, I mean, it was all character building, but it sort of wasted a year or two of my life. And when I look back on those 2 years after it and where those 2 years have led me to, I was like, holy shit. Straight up. I had to curse. Because that tiny bit of regret from those 2 years of not doing what I felt I could have done, it sort of woke me up to the fact, imagine being 80 and thinking about decades of your life that you let pass you by in that same regard. Meaning you just, at the end of when I'm on my deathbed, I want to at least, my biggest fear would be...
Your biggest fear is having regrets?
Is having nothing and just being in the same spot I am now, pretty much. But obviously it won't be the same spot, you know what I mean, guys. Maybe I moved, but just still being...
At the same level you are
broke
right
in
now.
a rat race, working 2 jobs. Like, I can't, like, imagine being 80 and doing that. And maybe if that's my path, That shit ain't my bad. I'm gonna keep that shit a buck. I ain't standing for that shit. I work my ass off to make sure that shit doesn't happen. But I would say that's my biggest fear. Being at the end of my life and realizing that I let it pass me by. That's my biggest fear. No, I don't fear snakes, spiders, sharks. I fear God.
Oh.
I fear God. And fearing that I don't live up to the expectation God has for me.
Let's see. My biggest fear, it's not something simple like, oh, heights or all of that, because anyone can overcome that. I'm talking about like a fear that, like how his went in deep in thought. Mine, I've struggled with some depression like we talked about on that one podcast. For me, I think my biggest fear is one day I end up in such a bad situation that I just throw it all away and just not even think twice about it, knowing that I'm going to regret it fully. So I've been working hard as hell, especially with Tom. I was able to go, lucky enough with him, at his second job because, what was it again? You got an in?
Yeah, I had an in. He got to come work with me, and so that was nice.
So
Last week we did that. That was fun.
It
was hard work, yo.
It was, manual.
Busting our asses.
But I gotta work with him, so I've been trying to make sure, doing different things, like even the moped thing from the last podcast.
That's what I'm saying, y'all try things.
That is I know it's not gonna happen, but that is my biggest fear, is not being able to wake up. I guess like that thing where it's like, you don't wake up the next day.
Where you're in such a deep hole that you don't even try getting out of it anymore.
You just
sort of just sit down and
you accept everything that is being dealt with, and you just like, and not in a good way. You're not accepting okay, I accept this person died or passed away. I accept this person left me.
You're just accepting that the situation you're in is going to be the situation you're going to be in forever.
Because
you don't plan on moving on.
Yeah, because sometimes I've been there. I have, trust me. Thomas has seen my worst, but he's also going to see my best soon. And we're going to be there soon. Listen, one of these podcasts, we're going to come. We're going to be in a whole different crib.
I'm saying whole different crib.
New set, like professional
new setups, all that shit, y'all. It's just, our main goal is to get our content. If we ain't getting our content, we ain't doing shit. We got the best setup. If we ain't pushing content, what's the point? So just letting y'all know.
Yeah, but that's his biggest fear. My biggest fear. We're gonna move on to our last question, then we're gonna end it off. If you could choose one meal, and I'm gonna change it a little bit, but this is the original question. If you could choose one meal to eat for the rest of your life, what meal would that be? Instead of that, we're gonna go with, if you could choose one, I guess like assortment of food, like a general food, like a Italian,
like Southern, Italian, soul food,
space food,
Korean food, space food, well, honestly, microwavable food. I see what you mean.
For me, I'm gonna already say it because I just said it. I would choose space foods because I feel like that would be like, I don't know. I just feel like it'll be dope. If the world's ending, my food's lasting. Like, best believe it.
Yeah, but you're gonna be eating bland shit the rest of your life. What if the world never ends? You're just gonna be eating bland shit the rest of your life.
But wait, here's the cheat code. They have that food, and then astronauts are able to bring up their own food with them that they can bring up. It's a cheat code. Basically, I can bring up.
Bro, this dude has a setup. Pick a different one. That one's
fine. All right. Let's just go with the original question. Let's do one meal. The one meal I would choose.
I know what I pick.
I would have to go with.
All right, I know mine, so I'm going first.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna go with a fat, juicy steak, cooked medium rare. Ooh, destroy that. Mashed potatoes, a little bit of garlic, basil, butter, cheese on top. Throw some sour cream and bits of bacon on it. It's loaded mashed potato. I want it so bad. Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done.
He's not
then
done.
we added some buttery corn. Ooh, and not on the cob. As much as I love corn on the cob for this meal, I want a nice big bowl of corn with some butter, some salt, some pepper, Cajun. Put a little bit of red pepper, and that shit will bust. And then lastly, it's going to be a little weird. People might judge me. A side of baked beans.
That's actually fire.
Oh, my God.
If you judge them for that, listen. You're lame. You're a goober. Okay.
Gooba.
Gooba. Honestly, after
All right,
hearing
well.
that, I'm gonna have to go with the same steak, but
He's a copycat.
my thing is I would do steak. I'm gonna take off a few things. I would do steak, mashed potatoes, like he said, but I mean the creamy, delicious mashed potatoes that like not melt in your mouth, but I don't know how to explain.
It's almost like
the
eating-
flavor melts in
It's
your
like
mouth.
almost like eating the mixed up ice cream.
Oh my god, yeah. So I would do that same steak with the mashed potatoes, that creamy mashed potatoes, with a side of rice, a big bowl of rice, and black beans.
Mmm.
And I would also have to go with broccoli. Just broccoli, and then salt and pepper to go with that, whatever I want to choose during that time. And then, yeah, some bacon bits all over the top of the steak, honestly.
On a steak.
Yeah. But, like, I can just take it off, honestly. I could just, like,
Put that shit on the mashed potatoes.
oh, I'm going to put on the mashed potato. He's right. I'm putting on the mashed potatoes. All right, so I'll do the steak, broccoli, all of that, but the only thing I'm changing is just the mashed potatoes and the bacon in there. But I would choose that mainly just because I feel like for life in general, if I wanted to get in shape, like if that's all I had to eat 3 meals a day, that I could do it. I'm just saying I could do it. I could do it.
I would love to eat that.
Especially for me, since I don't gain weight.
Just give me the steak. Give me steak. Give me steak. Please. I'm starting a GoFundMe. You guys are gonna pay for my steaks.
I'm not gonna lie, I kinda wanna go to the store right now and go get a steak. Guys, we're gonna cut to the store getting a steak.
Nah, but so this is another video type we're trying, just chatting, convoing. Don't forget, we will be going live on Instagram, very more similar format.
Instagram.
Drop comments on any of the videos, anything you guys see where you're like, oh, I would like to know more about it, anything. For real, we love the engagement.
Not just Instagram either. We could go live on Instagram.
We'll
TikTok,
go live on all three.
Instagram, TikTok.
We're gonna need a third phone, but
Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Look out mainly
Twitch.
for. I don't want to go for Twitch. Twitch is a little.
Twitter.
You can't say anything.
Facebook.
No, it's going to. I
I'm
would say.
joking. How are we gonna
I would
get
say
6 streaming platforms?
Follow the Instagram. Be on the lookout for that in case we go live.
Instagram is gonna be the main one. Yo.
Go out for TikTok as well, because we could also go live on there, because we're gonna probably be asking you for Q&A questions for our video, and we'll shout you out gladly on the video. Only if y'all show up to the live, and especially on the YouTube one. That's the main one where we'll probably be using those assets like the Q&A questions and all that on here. So subscribe, especially on YouTube, and keep those notifications on. Don't keep them off, because if they're off, it doesn't matter if you
better
subscribe.
get that ding.
You better get that little bell.
Tom and Dan, Blank Thoughts
I'm
Podcast.
gonna say it like a YouTuber. Subscribe and hit that bell. All right.
Hit that bell, hit the like button, and drop a comment.
And drop a comment. But
Yeah.
anyways, that's Tom and Dan from Blank Dots.
Just
We
chatting.
out. We out.